Katseye performing the Monster High Fright song makes me upset. If you didn't know, Katseye, the incredibly popular girl group, performed Fright Song, the Monster High main theme, on the Monster High original YouTube channel. And they all dress like original characters that look like they could kind of fit into Monster High. Like they're all wearing original outfits, like they're all OCs, and it's kind of cute. I mean, like, it's a wonderful performance. It's enchanting, it's alluring, they serve. They even went so far as to add, like, new verses to make this more original to them. Now, I'm not here to bash on Katseye. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to bash on Monster High for what this music video represents to me. It feels like Monster High keeps trying to straddle the line between having the legacy brand of the nostalgia brand of Monster High that appeals to the older fans, and then the super kiddie, not as good Monster High animated series that they've been pushing that I don't think is performing super well, or at least I know the live action Nickelodeon stuff didn't perform very well. And them collaborating with Katseye screams a few things to me. It kind of tells me that Monster High doesn't really know what they're doing, and they're kind of just trying to appeal to older fans because their approach to trying to appeal to a younger fan base isn't working. From my personal experience, back when the reboot like just started, I could not make any videos on legacy Monster High content because Mattel would just like, I'd get into a copyright battle with Mattel and they would just say, nope, you can't do it. We're gonna take all your money away, and I'm never gonna forgive them for copyright claiming my highest viewed video on Ever After High, the biggest video on my channel. They still copyright claimed it. I'm still upset with you guys. But whenever I made a video on the new animated series, the reboot, well, I never saw a copyright claim there. They were okay with that. That's fine. Keep talking about the new stuff. Ignore the old stuff. Don't pretend like the old stuff is just gone and dead and doesn't exist. But now they're pretending like, no. We always loved the old stuff and the older fans and all that jazz. We actually need you guys desperately, please. And this music collab shows me that they know what we want, and maybe now they're kind of finally trying to give it to us because we want Monster High to have cunning, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, if you know what I mean, if you know what I'm picking up what I'm putting down. And that's what Katseye gave us, and that's what Monster High used to give us. That's what Mattel used to give us. And that's what the reboot should have had in the first place. Because all these elements that we're seeing aren't bad. When Monster High first came out, people complained, parents complained that it was too sexualized. When, like, you know, along with like Bratz, because they came out like around the same time, and so they were kind of getting some flack from the Bratz dolls. But like, we can look at them and see that they were not sexualized. It's very clear they were not sexualized. Oh no, the heads are a little bigger and the makeup is better. How dare you? But that controversy and that risk is what skyrocketed Monster High and Bratz Monster High into popularity. But now they aren't taking those risks and they're pissing off their fan base. That being me, I refuse to make videos on Monster High now, except for this one, because Mattel has just been such a jerk. And now I'm too scared to make videos on Monster High. And so the fan base that would have been doing the most word of mouth marketing for them won't make videos for them because they tried to strong arm us out of the talking about it. Except for specifically in just the ways that they wanted us to. I mean, heck, look at me now. Now I'm bad-mouthing them. Now I'm doing one of the worst things that you can probably do. Well, okay, the worst thing you can do for Monster High is not talk about them at all, which is what I was doing for a very long time. I see, and I may be reading too much into this, and I understand that. I see this Katseye collab as them finally understanding that they had a misstep, that they've been doing this wrong, and that they're going to try and appeal to adults or the older fan base and the younger fan base at the same time a little bit, because like kids function so differently now, especially since there's not a space online for kids. And you can hear me talk about that in my other video where I talk about how there just isn't spaces for kids anymore. Like now kids are exposed to like Instagram and Fortnite, and that's like their space digitally. But both of those are also cohabitating with adults, because plenty of adults play Fortnite, And you know sure as heck that there's a lot of adults that are on Instagram making a lot of very inappropriate content for kids. And people forget that we live in the age of the internet now. Remember when we were growing up and we watched Happy Tree Friends destroy and mutilate each other? Or we were on Reddit 50/50 and I saw a massive pair of tits along with a guy blowing his head off? That's just growing up on the internet nowadays. And COVID screwed up like all of their development even more. So now like the way they think, they want that feeling of maturity because that's what they're exposed to all the time. So Mattel, the perception of things is not as puritanical as you've been trying to make it seem. Remember when one of the most asked for gifts for Christmas was like Drunk Elephant, like an $80 face serum for kids that have plenty of collagen in their face. Like, guys, come on, you don't need Drunk Elephant. I understand the reboot, the animated series, is kind of aimed at like 4-year-olds. Everything they've been doing just doesn't feel like it's been working. Like, it doesn't really click with kids, and it doesn't really click with the older fans, so who is it really appealing to? And I don't have the numbers. Maybe the animated series is doing absolutely fantastic, and it's wonderful, and everything's hunky-dory, and I'm just an idiot. That may be true, you know? I'm not some corporate bigwig that's running a massive corporation, and I don't have a problem with the dolls. I love the dolls. The dolls are perfectly fine with me. You know, the toy line doesn't have any problems. I like the alternate body parts and like body types. That's a good approach. So I'm upset at the Katseye video, but also I'm a little bit hopeful that maybe this is a sign that they're gonna try and get their act together. I'm hoping there's gonna be a phase 2 of Monster High that just kind of fixes things. I kind of want to like watch through the Monster High animated series and just do a big old video covering the entire story. But again, I'm scared of Mattel now. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram. Do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful and keep playing.